In my seminary training, I spent a summer working at a housing project for low-income people. Part of our experience was an effort to present those who managed the property with the grievances of the tenants. And our little group of seminarians felt pleased that we were able to get a meeting with the wealthy, important man who ran the management company. However, I was deflated when, back at the seminary, I was challenged by one of my classmates for not understanding the manager's situation. I had failed, in the view of my fellow student, for not being sensitive to that man's needs. And my reaction was anger and a feeling of, I can't win. That may have been the reaction of Jesus' disciples to his words in today's gospel. Our scripture scholar Luke Timothy Johnson sets the context for us. In a previous part of the gospel, Jesus had chided the Pharisees on their false legal piety. They avoid the deep moral demands of the law and the prophets, Johnson comments, even as they posed as their protectors. Now Jesus instructs his disciples on how they are to act. And if they expected him to let them off lightly, they're wrong. To their question about increasing their faith, Jesus seems to say, according to the Greek construction of the phrase, that their faith is literally like a mustard seed. In other words, they have hardly any faith. And like my seminary colleague, Jesus will not let the disciples rest. Professor Johnson recalls the section that precedes today's text. If the disciples avoid giving scandal, forgive someone 7 times a day, or have faith, they are doing nothing extraordinary. Jesus' words, he concludes, are not comforting but demanding. They are indeed deflating. So it's not an easy gospel to hear. But given our human tendency to rest on our laurels or bask in doing good, it is a cautionary text about the difficult demands of the kingdom and the challenge to walk with Jesus all the way to Jerusalem and the cross.